Japan, a nation historically known for its aversion to war and its pacifist stance in global conflicts, has stunned the world with a groundbreaking development: the Godzilla F-X Stealth Fighter. This innovative aircraft marks a significant shift in Japan's defense posture, leaving many to wonder about the strategic motivations and geopolitical implications behind such a decision. Traditionally, Japan has relied on the United States for its military protection under a post-World War II alliance, but this move represents a new direction for the country, one that may change the landscape of global warfare. Japan's Godzilla F-X, a sixth-generation stealth fighter, has the potential to redefine the country's military capabilities and position in the international arms industry. With growing regional tensions and emerging threats, Japan has decided that now is the time to strengthen its defense capabilities, particularly in the face of increasingly aggressive postures from China and Russia. Since the end of World War II, Japan has been highly hesitant to build up its military forces, especially its air power. The devastating trauma that the war inflicted upon Japan, culminating in the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, left a deep and lasting aversion to militarism within the national psyche. This attitude was further enshrined in Japan's post-war constitution, which was drafted under the influence of the United States. Article 9 of the Constitution famously renounced Japan's right to wage war or to maintain military forces for offensive purposes. This article committed Japan to a strictly defensive military posture, relying heavily on its security alliance with the United States for broader protection against external threats. Under this arrangement, the U.S. stationed military forces in Japan, including air units, and provided a security umbrella that allowed Japan to focus on rebuilding its economy and infrastructure while avoiding significant investments in military expansion. In the decades following the war, this arrangement proved to be beneficial for Japan. The immediate post-war period was characterized by a massive investment in economic recovery and technological advancement. Japan's government prioritized rebuilding the country's war-torn infrastructure and fostering rapid economic growth, which led to Japan becoming one of the world's leading economies by the 1970s. During this period, the country's military budget remained relatively modest, and Japan was able to maintain a defensive military posture without significant external pressure to rearm or expand its military capabilities. This was further supported by Japan's relationships with its neighbors, particularly China and South Korea, which were often tense but largely peaceful. Japan's caution in rebuilding its military was also influenced by a desire to avoid appearing aggressive in a region with complex historical and political tensions. However, in recent years, the global geopolitical landscape has shifted dramatically, and Japan's long-standing pacifist stance has been challenged by the rise of new threats. Chief among these threats is China, whose remarkable economic and military growth over the past 2 decades has taken on a more confrontational tone, particularly toward Japan. China's increasing military presence in the region, its assertive territorial claims in the East China Sea, and its expanding naval capabilities have raised concerns in Tokyo about Japan's ability to defend its own territory without greater military investment. China's leverage over Japan extends beyond its military might. Beijing has used its economic clout to impose trade restrictions and boycotts on Japan in retaliation for Tokyo's support of Taiwan and its defense cooperation with the United States. China's confrontational tactics toward Japan have not been confined to traditional forms of geopolitical pressure, such as economic sanctions or diplomatic maneuvers. In recent years, Beijing has significantly ramped up its cyber warfare activities, targeting both Japanese government agencies and private sector companies with the aim of stealing sensitive defense and technological information. This cyber espionage is part of China's broader strategy to gain a technological edge in modern warfare. By acquiring classified information related to Japan's defense systems, military capabilities, and cutting-edge technologies, China hopes to advance its own military developments and maintain a competitive advantage in the Asia-Pacific region. Cyber attacks and espionage pose an increasingly serious threat to Japan. The nation has invested heavily in advanced technologies, particularly in areas such as artificial intelligence, defense systems, and cybersecurity infrastructure. However, China's aggressive cyber activities have become a growing concern, especially as these attacks target some of Japan's most sensitive and critical sectors. By hacking into governmental systems and corporate networks, China seeks to exploit vulnerabilities and acquire confidential data, which can then be used to further its own military and technological ambitions. These cyber attacks also serve to destabilize Japan's internal security, erode public trust, and create tension between Japan and its allies. Moreover, China's military activities have escalated in recent years, further increasing the pressure on Japan. Beijing has conducted live-fire drills in the East China Sea, a region with disputed territorial claims, and has launched ballistic missiles near Taiwan, a close ally of both the United States and Japan. Taiwan's strategic location makes it crucial for the balance of power in the region, and Japan's support of Taiwan has angered China. As part of its growing assertiveness, China has increased naval and air patrols near Japanese territory, including the Senkaku Islands, which both nations claim as their own. These military provocations not only serve as a demonstration of China's expanding power, but also underscore the potential for conflict in the region. The combination of cyber warfare, espionage, and military brinksmanship has prompted Japan to rethink its defense strategy. Historically reliant on its security alliance with the United States for military protection, Japan now recognizes the need to modernize its military capabilities and reduce its dependence on foreign allies. The increasing sophistication of China's cyber and military tactics has made it clear that Japan must invest in advanced defense technologies, such as stealth fighters, missile defense systems, and cybersecurity measures, to ensure its national security in an era of evolving threats. These developments highlight the complex dynamics of the Asia-Pacific region, where economic, technological, and military competition between nations is reshaping traditional alliances and defense strategies. Japan's decision to strengthen its military forces, including the development of the Godzilla F-X Stealth Fighter, reflects the country's response to China's growing influence and aggression in the region. As cyber warfare becomes a more prominent aspect of modern conflict, Japan's efforts to protect its technological infrastructure and military secrets will be critical in maintaining stability and safeguarding its national interests. One of the most significant areas where Japan has fallen behind is in its Air Force, which until recently was considered outdated by modern standards. Japan initially looked into purchasing advanced fighter jets from its ally, the United States. Specifically, Japan sought to acquire the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptors, one of the most advanced fighter planes in the world, capable of rivaling the latest Russian and Chinese aircraft. However, the U.S. government banned the export of F-22 Raptors to foreign countries, including Japan, to protect the sensitive technology used in the aircraft. With no other viable options for purchasing advanced fighters, Japan made the bold decision to develop its own next-generation warplane, a fifth and potentially even sixth-generation stealth fighter that could compete with the most advanced military aircraft in the world. Between 2009 and 2010, the Japanese Ministry of Defense conducted an extensive study on combat aircraft technology. This research led to the conceptualization of what was then called the I-3 fighter, a name that stood for informed, intelligent, and instantaneous. This concept fighter was envisioned as a sixth-generation warplane that would incorporate the most advanced technologies available, including state-of-the-art radar systems, data processing capabilities, stealth technology, and enhanced engines. One of the key technological advancements being explored was the use of gallium nitride, GaN semiconductors, which are known for their ability to significantly enhance radar performance by providing faster and more efficient data processing. To test and refine the technologies that would be used in its future fighters, Japan developed an experimental demonstrator platform known as the Mitsubishi X2 Shinshin. This prototype, which took its first flight in 2016, was used to test a range of technologies that would eventually be incorporated into Japan's future stealth fighters. Structurally, the X2 followed the design principles of modern fifth-generation fighters, with a layout similar to the F-22 Raptor. The X2 had a length of about 14 meters and a wingspan of 9 meters, with a total weight of approximately 13 tons. It was powered by two turbojet engines and featured three-dimensional thrust vectoring, which provided exceptional maneuverability and allowed the aircraft to cruise at supersonic speeds without the use of afterburners. One of the most groundbreaking features of the X-2 Shinshin was its experimental object remote control system, known as fly-by optics. This system replaced traditional control cables with optical fibers, which dramatically increased data transmission capacity and improved resistance to electromagnetic interference. The airframe was embedded with microantennas that allowed the aircraft to analyze radar signals and counteract radar detection, making the X-2 one of the most stealthy aircraft ever developed. The success of the X-2 demonstrator provided valuable insights for the development of Japan's next-generation fighters, many of which would be incorporated into the Mitsubishi F-X, or Godzilla F-X as it has come to be known. The Mitsubishi F-X, currently under development, is a landmark project for Japan as it represents the country's determined push to build its own advanced stealth fighter. This effort marks a significant step toward Japan establishing greater military independence and positioning itself as a key player in global defense technology. The F-X is being designed as a twin-engine, fixed-wing stealth fighter with a primary focus on air superiority, intended to be one of the most advanced fighters of its generation. One of the most notable features of the F-X is its anticipated size, which is expected to be significantly larger than the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. Its larger frame has earned it the nickname Godzilla, highlighting its enormous potential for power, performance, and impact on the battlefield. This increase in size isn't just for show, it serves practical purposes, allowing the F-X to carry a much larger payload of missiles and other ordnance. The expanded payload capacity will give the fighter an advantage in long-range combat and missions requiring extended operations without frequent resupply, making it highly effective in both defensive and offensive roles. Beyond its physical attributes, the F-X is designed to excel in network-centric warfare. This focus reflects the growing importance of integrating advanced communications, sensors, and real-time data processing into modern military operations. The F-X will be equipped with state-of-the-art networking capabilities that will enable it to coordinate seamlessly with other aircraft, drones, and ground forces during combat. This interconnected approach allows the F-X to act as a central node in a larger network of military assets, enhancing situational awareness and battlefield effectiveness. By leveraging these networking capabilities, the F-X will be able to share crucial data, such as enemy locations, target tracking, and mission updates with allied units in real time. This coordination is essential in modern warfare, where speed and information superiority can often make the difference between victory and defeat. The F-X's ability to integrate with unmanned systems, such as combat drones, will further extend its operational reach and effectiveness, allowing it to carry out coordinated strikes, conduct reconnaissance, and engage multiple targets simultaneously with precision. In short, the Mitsubishi F-X represents a bold leap forward in Japan's military aviation capabilities. Its combination of size, firepower, stealth, and cutting-edge networking technology will make it a formidable asset in Japan's Air Force, ensuring the country remains capable of defending itself in an increasingly complex and volatile geopolitical landscape. The F-X's development also signals Japan's commitment to staying at the forefront of technological innovation in defense, reducing its reliance on foreign military hardware, and contributing to the broader global arms market. To achieve its ambitious goals, Japan has employed cutting-edge design and manufacturing techniques in the development of the F-X. Advanced 3D modeling and virtual simulation software have been used to test and refine various exterior designs, with a focus on optimizing the aircraft for speed, agility, and stealth. One of the key innovations in the F-X's design is the replacement of conventional hydraulic systems with electric actuators, which not only reduce the weight of the aircraft, but also enhance its maneuverability. The aircraft is being constructed using advanced adhesive molding techniques, which replace traditional fasteners and contribute to the overall reduction in weight. The F-X will be powered by two XF9 engines, each capable of producing over 20 tons of thrust. These engines are equipped with three-dimensional thrust vectoring nozzles, which provide the F-X with exceptional maneuverability and further enhance its stealth capabilities by reducing its heat signature. In terms of armament, the F-X is expected to carry a wide array of sensors designed to detect and engage enemy stealth aircraft. These sensors include an active electronically scanned array, AESA radar, a passive radio frequency sensor, and an infrared camera. The sensors are enhanced by the use of gallium nitride technology, which improves their performance against low radar cross-section targets like stealth aircraft. The F-X will also be equipped with advanced self-defense systems, including a radio frequency (RF) system that can instantly disrupt incoming radio waves to thwart enemy projectiles. In addition, the F-X will feature a helmet-mounted display with a wide field of view, 3D sound, and voice recognition, giving the pilot unparalleled situational awareness during combat. Stealth is a critical component of the F-X's design, and the aircraft will incorporate a range of features to reduce its radar signature. These include serpentine air ducts, an internal weapons bay, and the use of electromagnetic wave absorbers and metamaterials. In an innovative twist, the F-X will also be equipped with a plasma stealth antenna system, which generates temporary plasma bursts to deflect incoming radar waves. In addition to conventional armaments, the F-X is expected to carry a microwave cannon, a directed energy weapon designed to disable or destroy incoming missiles. The F-X will also have the capability to deploy combat support drones, which will act as loyal wingmen to the fighter. These drones will assist in target identification, munitions deployment, and missile interception, further enhancing the F-X's combat capabilities. The development of these unmanned aircraft is part of a broader trend in modern military aviation, where drones are increasingly being used to complement manned fighters in complex combat scenarios. If the F-X lives up to even a fraction of its potential, it could provide Japan with one of the most formidable warplanes in the world, surpassing anything currently flying in today's skies. The development of the F-X also has broader implications for Japan's position in the global arms market. By developing a cutting-edge stealth fighter, Japan could become a significant player in the international defense industry, solidifying its position as a military manufacturing powerhouse. One of the key roles that the F-X will play is in replacing Japan's aging fleet of F-2 fighter jets. The F-2, developed in partnership with the United States, has been a crucial asset for Japan's air self-defense force, but it is rapidly becoming outdated in comparison to the latest generation of fighters being developed by China and Russia. The F-2, often described as a Super F-16, was designed in the 1990s as a multi-role fighter capable of performing anti-ship attacks, ground assaults, and close air support. While the F-2 has served Japan well, the growing technological gap between it and the newer stealth fighters being fielded by Japan's adversaries has necessitated the development of a more advanced replacement. Japan's decision to develop the F-X was not made in isolation. The country has partnered with the United Kingdom and Italy in a joint development program aimed at creating a next-generation combat aircraft. This collaboration builds on the significant progress made by the UK's Team Tempest, a consortium of defense contractors including BAE Systems, Leonardo UK, MBDA UK, and Rolls-Royce. Since 2018, Team Tempest has been working to evaluate and develop new capabilities for future combat air systems, and Japan's entry into this partnership is seen as a major development. The Tempest program aims to stay ahead of emerging threats by focusing on the interconnected security of the Euro-Atlantic and Indo-Pacific regions. Japan is already providing valuable technological advancements to the UK's Tempest program, particularly in the development of a next-generation propulsion system. This system is designed to produce and store electrical power generated by gas turbine engines, with an advanced thermal control system to reduce the aircraft's heat signature. Japan's experience with high-efficiency engines and stealth technologies is proving to be a valuable asset to the Tempest program, and the collaboration between these nations could potentially lead to the development of a new, jointly produced aircraft that combines the strengths of both the Tempest and the F-X. Japan's decision to invest in the F-X and its partnership with the UK and Italy is part of a broader strategy to strengthen its military capabilities in the face of rising threats from China, Russia, and North Korea. The strategic importance of this move cannot be overstated. If Taiwan were to fall into Chinese hands, Japan would find itself in a precarious position, with its southern islands becoming increasingly difficult to defend. China's control over the trade routes that Japan depends on could also escalate tensions over the disputed Senkaku Islands, further straining relations between the two nations. To counter these threats, Japan needs a strong, modern military force capable of defending its interests and maintaining regional stability. The development of the Godzilla F-X Stealth Fighter represents a monumental shift in Japan's defense strategy. Once a nation committed to pacifism and reliant on foreign powers for protection, Japan is now emerging as a formidable player in the global arms race. With advanced stealth capabilities, powerful engines, and cutting-edge technology, the FX has the potential to not only safeguard Japan's future, but also to redefine the nation's role in global military affairs. The world will be watching closely as Japan takes this bold step forward. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Japan's Godzilla FX and its implications for global military strategy, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos exploring the latest in defense technology. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.